boys and girls, but you will be fucking pissed at yourself for the amount of time and money and mental energy that you invested in nonsense in your teens and your 20s. You got to know, like, it's important to play, Factorio and space out and unwind and like not face how fucking shitty life is. Like, I get why you have to do that, okay? But you need to know that that's a waste of time. That is burning time. You're burning your most precious resource. And that's fine if you're so fucked up and so fried, so burnt out that you need to like get a diamond pickaxe and make an iron ore smelter in order to like relieve some of that tension in your brain. And I'm not being facetious here. Like, sometimes that is very important. But you got to know that like the clock is ticking. And with the relationship stuff, like, if in your teens or in your like early to mid 20s, you're spending any serious amount of time stressing over girl stuff, like, you gotta just know, like, you can do that. I'm not saying you have to be some sort of like complete control over your emotions, like mental willpower guy that's just like, I'm a robot, I don't feel anything. But you need to know that you're like doing a burnout in reverse. Like, you're going down the highway and you're shifting into like reverse and you're like going off the road. Like, you need to know that that's what's happening. You have to be conscious, like, and that doesn't mean you have to stop doing it right away. That doesn't mean you can't be emotional. It doesn't mean you can't, waste time doing stuff, but you have to know that you're wasting time. You have to be, like, as you're doing it, you have to say to yourself, okay, I'm gonna spend today being heartbroken. Mental note to self, just so I know, I'm doing the life equivalent of like bashing all the windows out of my house right now. Like, I'm doing the life equivalent of like giving myself sandpaper burns all over my body. So just know that you're doing that. Time is a resource like money, but it's way more valuable than money. Like, time is a measurable resource, and you can use it wisely, or you can totally burn it. You can totally fuck your life up and burn through time. You can set fire to your vault of time. Like, you have like in the Dark Knight, the Joker one, like that pile of money when he burns all the money. Like, you have that. You have, if you're 17, if you're 21, even if you're like 26, if you're in that bracket, okay? Let's say you're fat, you're fucked up, you're addicted to like cartoons or fucking some Japanese thing or whatever. You've got some kind of crazy addiction. You got a bad diet. You got no money. You're like just fucked. Your parents, you live with your parents and they smoke weed. They're like hippie parents, and so you have to listen to like the weed bubbler all night, okay? You live with like scum, like the worst roommates ever, and they like leave hair in the shower and they're like stealing your food all the time, whatever, okay? You're working at like, you have a job, the worst job possible. You've got some like back-breaking job at like Lowe's or something. You're just accomplishing nothing, okay? You're in that bracket. You have a like Taj Mahal, like palace of time. You have a fucking, like in Die Hard 3 when they steal the gold from the gold reserves. That's how much time you have. That's what you have right now, okay? I don't care if you're like the most fucked up worm, like level 0 slime, like dickhead, like you're just in hell. If you are in that age bracket, you have this resource, this like sick, like fucking, like imagine a cigarette boat with like a Lamborghini engine and like millions of dollars in suitcases and like hot bitches. Like, that's the equivalent that you have of time. And that's true. unless you're like stupid, unless you're just so stupid that you just can't escape, in which case, just pirate Factorio and cheers, have a good time. Oh my God. And really, you can use that time more or less however you want. A lot of it's gonna be spent sleeping. If you have to hold down some shitty job, then you're gonna burn through some hours there. But you have time, man. You have time to build skills, to better yourself, to get in shape, to make your time more valuable. And that's a big one.